Showboating Sports, man, we are back. We are back in the building. So tonight we're going to talk to you guys about Frank Martin being the top five lightweight in the division. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to let everybody go ahead and roll up here in this camp and let everybody come on in and we're going to chit chat about it tonight. Is Frank Martin the top five lightweight in that division? So if you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Make sure you guys join and be a part of the circus. And if you guys look at the description, and on the description, you guys will see that you guys can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. So if you guys got any questions, you get in contact with me. That's for the best place to do it. So anyway, without any further ado, let's talk about it. So Frank Martin had a fight this weekend. Didn't look too impressive to some people. The guy he was fighting was a pretty big guy, man. A little tough guy, tough stretch for him. Frank is a showboat. Where you been? Salute, man. How you been, man? Yeah, man. I just listen. I've been in the middle of so much stuff, and this acting thing has taken off so much, man. And now that the Screen Actors Guild is right now, they're having a problem, and everybody's on strike, so they ended all of that. And I've been doing some adjustments on my end, and you guys will see what's coming up soon. But yeah, man. So Marquise, how things been going with you, man? Did you get to see this fight this past weekend, and what's your thoughts on it? Like I said, Frank Martin had a nice fight this weekend. Um, I can't say right off um, that I think that he is can beat Tank or Shakur Stevenson, but I think the guy's solid. I think he made some adjustments. He was honest about it when it was all said and done with that that he had a it was like a it was it, he had an off night. That's what he said. That's what it was, and that's that. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Can you guys, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Marquise, if you can hear me, man, give me a thumbs up. I want to make sure that this is with this equipment. If you can, just give me a thumbs up on there and make sure that you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Um, I think that's it. Oh, let me see. Let me just double check and see. Make sure you guys can. But anyway, without any further ado, let me keep on going. So Frank Martin, like I said, he had a off night. That's what he admitted to after that. Like I said, I just want to make sure that this thing is picking up, right? Hold on. All right, cool. Just making sure. Thanks, man. Thanks. So, like I said, he had. What's your thoughts on it? Did you get to see the fight, Marquise? Like I said, I thought he could have done better. Said he had an off night. I can go with that. A lot of people try to say they try to go back with this same old thing that it's a robbery. Man, it was not a robbery. They need to stop that. Every time a fighter comes up and you see another fighter does okay against a fighter with a better name, people wants to see that fighter lose so bad, you know? I don't think that Frank Martin it was his best showing, but I also think this guy wasn't an easy guy to beat. When you look at the size and stuff, you see this guy was strong. He had a good chin and all of that. And like Frank said, I had an off night, and a lot of fighters do. But the point is that if you're a fighter and you have an off night, you have to make the adjustments and you have to pull out the victory because not everyone can be that. He said, "Yeah, man, I seen it. I think he's a top five fighter at 135, but I don't think he wasn't as confident being in there. Who he could really box as well. Yeah. You know, the thing is, Marquise, I agree with you on that, man. That his confidence, there was something in there that he was lacking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So there was something missing. But you know what? I like a boxer that I like people that can admit when they see that it wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? He didn't go in and say, "Oh man, I shut the guy out." He said my timing was off, my instincts was off, everything was off, and it happens. We don't know what's been going on with him. I know that Frank actually had he had a in this fight right here, he had a nutritionist who helped him out a whole lot. So when you guys are doing these nutrition things and you want to look good, so much stuff is going on. Earl has his fights coming up. A lot of people in the gym, Ryan Garcia. You want to look impressive when you go out there. And sometimes you put too much stress on yourself and that will mess up your performance as well too. You know why he's saying he was a little bit off? He could be off because his mind wasn't right 100% where it needs to be, but plus he might have been trying too hard. You know what I mean? He said that he didn't want to just go in there, open up, and get hit, get hurt. You know what I mean? Oh man, Will People, salute, salute, man. Glad you were in the building, man. You know what's funny, man? I'm so glad you reached out to me today, man. It was like, man, I was hoping you guys said, hopefully the crew hadn't forgot about your boy. And I was explaining to Marquise that, I've been doing a lot of bit of acting, a lot of other stuff been going on, and I've been working on redoing my channel, redoing a whole bunch of stuff. And now the String Actors Guild is on their protesting and stuff. It kind of ended all that. So now we here, just trying to make some adjustments. So man, glad to be back. I've been wanting to get back in and really, like I said, some of the things I've been trying to do, I've been trying to rush and get back, but it's been a little bit off. So anyway, my apologies, but we back. We talking about this thing. Did you get to see Frank Martin fight this weekend? And what are your thoughts? That's what we discussed in the night. Frank Martin said he had an off night. Marquise said it. He said, yeah, man, I seen it. He said that he think he's a top 5 fighter. Do you think Frank Martin is a top 5 lightweight? Do you think that? To me, I like Frank Martin. I really do. And I'm not just saying it because he's from Derek James. I like him. I think the guy got skills. I think he's got a little bit of pop in there. But he said he had an off night, and I'm going with that. I'm going with it, man. Okay, think about it like this. Jerron Ennis had an off night, right? With Karen. Then he turned right around and fought Villa, and he looks back better than ever. So fighters have off nights. There's nothing you can do about it. There's not going to be ever a night that you was out of town, you didn't get to see it. Yeah, man, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It wasn't his best. It was not his best, but it was a good fight because, like he said, the guy he was fighting was an awkward fighter. He said, he's awkward. He said, and then plus this is the thing too. People love to act like if you haven't heard of this person before, the guy is a bum, so to speak. People always go with that narrative. But this guy was an Olympic fighter. You know what I'm saying? This guy knew how to fight. This guy knows can take a punch. This guy, you can't just go in there and walk over everybody. Styles make fights. His style was a little bit awkward for Frank. Frank said, I was off, my timing was off, but the guy was awkward, and that awkwardness can throw everything about you off. It just happens. It happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But what it is what's going to happen after this? Where does Frank go from this? This is what I think. Frank Martin needs to fight somebody like George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? He said, I like his skills. It's very similar to Spence, but the difference I see in Earl does a way better job keeping his jab consistent. Earl will press you and make you fight him. I agree. Earl Spence works that jab and he stays in there on that fighter and he parries a little bit, but he stays on the inside. Yeah, you're right. It kind of reminds you of that. Yep. Yeah. Earl definitely works off that jab. Earl, that fundamentally sound stuff that Earl does, he stays on top of it. He does. Yep, I agree with you, Marquise. I like that. But yeah, man. And Frank Martin said he'd like to go ahead and fight Devin Haney. He said he would knock Devin Haney out. But I think to where we need to see Frank Martin. And what do you guys think about this? Frank Martin needs to fight George Kambosos. That will tell us where he is on the totem pole. That will give us a true gauge. Can he go in there and beat somebody like George Kambosos? You know, I don't think that me personally off that performance, I don't think that he is Frank the guy Earl is promoting. Yep, that's him. Yeah, he's up under Earl Spence banner. And like I said, he did good, man. He did good. But you know what, Will? A lot of people try to go in there and say that he got it was a robbery and this kind of stuff. People are just losing it, using that so loosely. And that ain't what it was. Like Marquis said, man, he reminds you of Spence. And he even said he knew what he was doing wrong. He said, I didn't stay at the body. I didn't do like I should. And it's just what Marquise is saying. He don't work. He didn't work behind that jab good enough. And Derek James, Derek James stayed on him. Told him, hey, man, you need to go in there. You need to get a knockout. You need to do this, this, and this to get this victory because we don't want to leave this in the hands of the judges. You never want to leave it in the hands of the judges. And I like Derek James for that. But he came through on an off night and he won that fight. He said, have you seen Keyshawn Davis and Skurs clowning? I think that's unfair because they haven't faced a competition. Yeah, listen, man. Marquise, you're right. They clowning, but this is the thing. Marquise ain't got Keyshawn Davis, he doesn't have the right to go out there and talk crap about anybody. Because dude, you only got 10 fights. You only 10 fights in, bro. You know what I mean? You beat the people who Keyshawn is beat. Not Keyshawn, but Frank Martin is beat. Can Keyshawn Davis? Do you think he can beat Rivera? Do you really think he beat? I don't know that Keyshawn can beat Rivera, and he can't beat Frank Martin right now. Keyshawn can't beat Frank Martin right now. On his off night, he still looks good. You know what I mean? He still look decent on his off night. But Shakur Stevenson clowning him. I mean, come on, Shakur. Shakur is a really good fighter. He really is. But he's had some off nights too, man. He's had off nights. I don't care who you are as a boxer, you're going to have an off night. It's how do you handle that adversity? How do you change things around in your favor when you have an off night? What are you going to do when you have an off night? You know what I mean? That's the key to it. You can't go in there every night thinking you're gonna run through everybody. Look at Berlanga, knocking everybody out first round. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen every time. And awkward fighters are gonna throw you off. It's just what I said about Boots. Boots had an off night with Karen because Karen didn't want to engage. Karen was running. Now the thing that we can't say is that Boots didn't know how to cut out the ring. Now this time Boots had a fighter that stayed in front of him, kept coming forward. What happened? Boots stopped him. But that was going to happen because Boots has a lot of power. Now, what is Boots going to do when you get with a Keith Thurman, with somebody who's not going to stand in front of you, who's not going to really run, but is going to engage, back out, use angles? What are you going to do at that point? You know what I'm saying? So every fighter, their style makes fights. So Frank Martin said this guy was an awkward fighter. To Frank Martin, that was an awkward fighter for him. The guy was an Olympian. So it ain't like the guy is just somebody who just joined in, you know what I mean? Frank Martin, you know what I mean? He don't have the best amateur career like all the best of these guys. He's in there doing what he's got to do. League of Legacy, salute, salute, salute. Man, we're here cooking on this Frank Martin thing. We like to get your thoughts on that. Do you think Frank Martin is a top 5 lightweight? What's your thoughts on it? Did you get to see the fight? If you didn't get to see the fight, let us know. What's your thoughts on that? Man, we were cooking about that. Like I said, man, I like Frank Martin. I don't think that was the best that he could have. I think he could have done better. And like Marquis said, he wasn't pressing. He wasn't working off the jab, and he wasn't going to the body like he should have. I don't know what it was, but he said his time was off. His instincts was off. So he didn't want to press it too much. And maybe he did right by not. Nah, phones ain't open tonight. Not tonight, it ain't. I will have that up and going. Like I said, all my equipment, everything over. I'm redoing all my channel and stuff. So we will be up and running. I should have everything up and running. I got it all. I'm doing my tweaks and stuff on it and getting everything in. So all that stuff will be in. Yeah, but just tonight we don't have the phone lines open, my man. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I think that and Marquise was bringing up how Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson was trying to clown Frank Martin. You know what I mean? How you gonna clown this dude when he just had an off night? It wasn't like he got beat up. It wasn't like he got, he just, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was just it wasn't the best because of certain situations. Awkwardness, his timing. I don't know what it was he was going through, but hey, he pulled out. That's the key to it. What do you do when you meet adversity? How do you make changes? And he made the proper adjustments to win the fight. So he's got to go back to the drawing board and go in and figure out what he did wrong and come on back with it again. That's what he's got to do. The key to it is he's got the victory. That's the biggest thing. I'm happy about that. But I would like to see him face George Kambosos. That's what he needs to fight somebody like George Kambosos right now, next. That needs to be his next fight. George. You know what I'm saying? He needs another fight like that. And George Kambosos is a solid fighter. I felt like it was just him recognizing his lack of experience and trying to adjust to it. Before the fight, he mentioned how dude was a bronze medalist and people are overlooking that. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? That means the dude just didn't come in like he's not just some little easy little journeyman. You know what I mean? The guy has a nice what's name behind him. Is George fighting Kambosos fight next weekend? I don't know. I haven't followed up on George Kambosos. He's got one coming up. He's definitely got one coming up, but I don't know if it's next weekend or not. Um, next weekend is Inoue and them fight next week. How do I feel about Andy Cruz? He's good. He's good. League of Legacy said he think he's top four. What's your thoughts on Andy Cruz? What's your thoughts on him? I think he's a good boxer, man. What's y'all thoughts on Baumgartner? Alicia Baumgartner. She got her lick back. He said Martin is top four. Oh, I like that. He said he likes that. So top four would put him just outside of Tank, Devin, and Shakur. So then that would put him right up there. Because I think League, I think we kind of close to all being on the same thing about that one, about him where he is. So Alicia gassed. You think she gassed out? I don't know. You know what though? I'm gonna tell you more keys. I'm gonna tell you what I think. This is my thoughts on it. I think she was. I think the girl she was fighting had some power, and I think that made her a little hesitant. You know what I mean? And a few times she popped off a little bit, but then when girl punched, she got back. I think that in the back of her mind, she lost the girl before, and I think that was a little bit of her hesitation. What's y'all thoughts on that? I think she was a little hesitant because one, she lost to her. Two, the girl can hit. And she didn't want to get in there and get with a slugfest and get knocked out. But she could have been a little bit more active. But I think with girl just throwing and trying to walk through those punches, girl wanted it to turn into something that Alicia really wasn't ready to go for. A brawl. You know what I mean? Because Alicia's punches was crisp. They was crisp. She worked it, she backed out. She worked it, she backed out. So I think that could have been it. It was a little mental with her. But it could have been gas. But they asked her in the corner, they said, how do you feel? You got something? They said, well, go ahead and leave it out here. Leave it out here, leave it in the round. Go all out. And she didn't go all out towards the end, but when she picked it up, bro. When she picked it up, she picked it up. Man, dude, one thing I like about her, dude, her punches are crisp. Yeah. Yeah, well, that could be what it is. I think she made a decision to stick to the game plan. Yeah, could be. Could be. But Tony Harris and them did try to tell her open up a little bit, do a little bit more. They did try to press her a little bit, but it's like out for a little bit. So yeah, she might have stuck to it. But I don't think she wanted to go to a war with that girl. That girl had a chin, man. That girl had a chin. And you didn't want to just keep getting hit by them shots because that girl could punch. She could punch. But I'm glad she got a lick back and she went on. She looked good doing it. You know what I mean? At least she didn't look like Tony Harrison did with Tim Tszyu. Man, I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad about the Tony Harrison and Tim Tszyu fight. She said, with a guy that winds up cheating, bruh. Yeah, for real. For real. Hey, she hit. Listen, her form looks good, bruh. Her form looks good. She punched like a dude, man. He said, I felt she put it in on her early. Yeah, 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 yeah. She was trying out her way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, she said she recognized that the other girl wasn't going nowhere. Yeah, 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 yeah. You think Serrano beats Alicia Baumgartner? I don't think she'll fight her the same. That's good. That'd be a good fight. But only reason why Marquise, I say that I'm hesitant about that. I think with this girl right here, she's hesitant because she took that loss. You know what I mean? And like you said, she recognized that girl wasn't going nowhere. She hit that girl with everything but the kitchen sink. You know what I'm saying? And that girl stood and took it. Man, you don't keep going there and punch yourself out on a girl like that. And you know what? When that fight started, that girl was real jittery, jumping around. I said, that girl gonna tire herself out. That girl did not tire herself out. And one of the good things is the girl just came off having a baby too. You know that, right? The girl just had a baby, and she just came off that layoff. This was her first comeback fight. She did real good with Alicia Baumgartner for her fight for coming back off having a baby. She did good. And the girl didn't want to miss that opportunity, but the girl should have took a fight in between. It'd been an even better fight. Yeah. That girl was like Tyson Fury, wasn't she? Yeah, dude. She took a punch and kept. Dude, Alicia cracked her some good shots, and girl walked through it. She got hit, she got hurt, and she did not. The girl didn't get gun shy. She didn't like back off. She didn't like, hey, I'm gonna take a step back. She kept coming forward. She kept on coming forward. You don't want to tire yourself out with a girl like that. It could be a short night. do I have? Do I think Charlo has a chance against Cinnamon? Oh yeah, Will. I do. Charlo definitely has a chance against Cinnamon. And let me tell you the reason why I say that. I say that because Adrian, salute on the Cash App. Appreciate it, fam. Appreciate it, man. Glad you're in here. Yeah, I think that Cinnamon definitely has. I think Charlo definitely has a chance on Cinnamon. And the reason why I say that is because I like what Derrick James said. They asked Derrick James about it. He said, "Listen, Canelo wants to fight at 168, and I don't want him to go up to 168." Talking about Charlo, I don't want him to go up to 168 because I don't want him to slow down. What's making him deadly is that he's quick, he's fast, he's fast, he's got all this other stuff, and we want to preserve that. And so with Derrick James thinking like that, that means they're not going to pack on a whole lot of weight because Canelo ain't a real big guy anyway. Canelo might be fighting at that weight, but you want to stay lighter, more fluid, and work on that jab. So I think they're going to be ready. Plus Spence will be out the way, and then everybody can put everything towards him fighting that. So I'll tell you right now, taking that same knee Ryan Garcia did. Yeah. Hey. She could have taken that knee, but she didn't. She didn't. Hey, Adrian, what's going on with you, man? What's your thoughts on this on Frank Martin? Did you get to see that fight? What's your thoughts on the Alicia Baumgardner fight? And we talking about Canelo and Charlo. So we touching on all that. We touching on all that. What's your thoughts? Do you think Frank Martin is top 5 lightweight? League of Legacy said he thinks he's top 4. I'm thinking he's top 5. Hey, salute double AR. What's your thoughts? You don't think he won that, or do you think he? Yeah, I think he won that. I think he won that, man. But at the end of the fight, he said his timing was off, and he said that his timing was off and his instincts was off, and he said the guy was awkward. And he said the guy could take a punch. He said when look at the guy's a big 135 pounder. You know what I mean? The guy absorbed a lot. You can't punch yourself out. He said, I didn't want to punch myself out. So it's a good assessment, man. Everybody has an off night. You know what I mean? Well, what's y'all's thoughts on that? What's y'all's thoughts on that? Do y'all think that he's still top 5 welterweight? And this is my thoughts on that too. I think that I think he should fight man down, put him in the dirt. Hey, I think he should fight Kambosos next. That's who they need to try to get Frank Martin to fight, is somebody like Kambosos. Somebody with a better name, somebody that because when you take a guy that's got some skills that can take a punch, he don't have that name, so people think he's a bum, thinking you're gonna walk right through him. You know what I mean? Just like everybody thought that Boots should have walked through Karen, but Karen wasn't engaging. Karen didn't want to fight. I think Boots should have made adjustments and cut off the ring, which he did not do it. But then with this Villa fight, he stepped right back in there and he showed everybody why he's that threat that we think he is. Now, what I want to see with Boots is I want to see Boots fight somebody like Keith Thurman. Now, you destroyed Villa, but Villa kept walking into it. That made the fight easy for you. Now, what are you going to do with a guy that can hit, that can take a punch, and that can make the adjustments? What are you going to do with somebody like Keith Thurman? I want to see him fight somebody like Keith Thurman. He said awkward, no film, 300 amateur fights. If you keep in mind that, and he started boxing late, it's pretty obviously that he would be really cautious with this one. Yeah, he should be. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He definitely need to be cautious with that. Brown Lumber 909, salute. He said, who you got on Spence versus Crawford? Hey, man, I picked Spence and I still stand on it. I got it 51-49 in Spence's favor. It's really a 50-50 fight, but I do think Spence got a little bit more to pull that one off. So who you taking on that? Who you taking on that fight? Spence versus Crawford. Hey, it's a good fight. But like I said, I got to roll with Spence. Spence Crawford is getting weird. Been watching the behind the scenes. Why? What do you think is getting weird on the AAR? What do you don't like about it? I tell you one thing about it is that it seemed like on the interviews that I watched with Spence the other day, Spence said like he tired of talking about it. Look like they getting to that point where they getting frustrated and they ready to get in the ring and get this over with. Said third would be a good fight for Boots right now. Ugas will probably get him though. Boots has a couple of things he's got to clean up, but it comes with experience. I agree with you. Yeah, he got a few, but we got to see what he does. I want to see what he does with a fighter that ain't just gonna come forward, that's going to engage and go move in and out. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it. He said, "I got Spence." Okay, cool, cool. Hey, but you see, Spence is still the underdog. Anybody gonna put something on it? Y'all better put it on it now. I'm thinking about putting maybe $50 or $100 on Spence. I'm really thinking about it just to be in and have something in the game because Spence is plus 124. Said Crawford's trainer is just cheerleading. You don't think you talking about Bo Mac? You don't think Bo Mac is doing his job? Hey, Crawford got everybody in there. Shakur Stevenson, he got a lot of people that are getting ready for the Spence fight. He does, man. Hey, boy, they're up at Big Bear coming with it. And Spence is already in Vegas. He went for the Frank Martin fight. He said, I'm just going to stay in Vegas for the rest of the time. And I like that. I like that he's going to stay in Vegas. He ain't got to wait for the last minute leave. Why go to Vegas, come back, and they got to go back? So you got to think this weekend is the last week. Then after that, he's just getting ready. So training camp is almost over. So Spence is more in a warehouse than a gym. But that's his thing, man. That's where he fights. That's where he boxes at. He goes in there because it's hot. It's hard to fight in there. It's hard to train in there. Spence, they showed in his gym, man, it'd be like 100 something degrees in there. Said the slushy belt on the line. Hey, y'all. Hey. Not only is the 4 belt era, plus they getting the ring belt and they getting the slushy belt. There you go. It's six belts on the line, ain't that right? He said Bo Mac too. Yeah, Bo Mac pretty big, man. He got to be in that car driving, man. I wish they would do something about that. It just don't look good, man. I hate that for man. Bo Mac got a lot of I don't make fun of people like that. I ain't making fun of them, but I do wish Bo Mac would do a little something about that, man. Get a little healthier. Crawford gonna need everybody, and Jesus to make it happen, man. Yeah. What's up, Bearded One? Salute, man. What's your thoughts on everything, man? We talking about this Crawford fight. Did you get to see the Frank Martin fight? Did you get to see the Alicia Baumgardner fight? I'm getting everybody's take on all this, man. It's been some good fights going on, bro. And we got Anui. They all fighting the monster fighting next weekend. I got him losing that, by the way. Yeah, man. Hey, Bo Mac Bo Mac got to do something, man. You know what I mean? He got to take that stuff a little more serious, man. He said he big like that because he ain't got nobody to train. Yeah, he ain't got to train nobody. Yeah, man. Because Crawford, man, he go in there, he work the mitts a little bit, man, but he got to get some of that off of him, man. Yeah, he need to be running himself swimming or something, man. Get that down, man. Get 100 off of him, man. Get 100 off of him, man. Because Bo Mac's still kind of young, man. Bo Mac is young, man. He young, man. Hopefully get that together. That's what I hope. That's what I kind of hope. But yeah, man, I do think to answer y'all's question on that, man, this weekend, as far as what AAR was said about them training camps, hey, training camps, man, they coming to an end. He said, yeah, I saw Frank's fight and I liked it. He needed a tough fight to show his depth. Yeah, man, he said that dude was awkward. Yeah, he said dude was awkward, man. And he said his timing was off. He said I was off. He said I was off a little bit. But you know what? With a fighter that's awkward like that, that's got some really good amateur fights and being an Olympian, it's gonna be hard to go in there, especially when you don't have the biggest uh, uh amateur, you don't have an amateur background like that, you know? So the way I look at it is he pulled it off and won the fight. Was it his best performance? Nah. But you, like I said before, every night ain't gonna be your best night. Now he needs to go in there and fight Cambosis, and we can see exactly where he is. Cambosis be a really good fight for him, or Pitbull Cruz, somebody like that, and that might be a fight he can get up for. This fight right here, you know what I mean, was one thrown off, and he needs to get another fight before the end of the year. Frank Martin needs to turn right around and have another big fight. Have a big fight. Frank Martin needs another fight, but a decent name. He needs a decent name. And I think Pitbull Cruz or whoever else, but Pitbull Cruz got to, and I think Pitbull Cruz, hey, he might lose his next fight. I mean, who knows? We're going to find that out. So Pitbull Cruz fight. Maybe he can fight he probably won't get the winner. He can fight whoever loses this fight. Britter once said, I think Frank broke his eye, my guy. And if so, then James is the eye snatcher teacher. Hey, Britter, well, you right. If he broke that dude's eye, they said it looked like it. But if he did it, guess what? Guess what? Hey, like y'all said, he should have pulled a Ryan. And his eye looked like it was kind of messed up. We find out if he broke that dude's orbital bone, and y'all saying, hey, that'll shut Shakur Stevenson and what's the name up? Keyshawn Davis up. He said, hell no, man. He said, I saw that big fan in Spencer's camp and said this is training from 50 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Spence them in that gym, in that hot ass gym like that. Hey, man, it has worked so far. But that's what they do. They go to the basics. You know what I mean? Spence is all about. Listen, they got Spence in that Rocky type gym. You know what I mean? That's what Spence fighting. Spence is down there fighting with the eye of the tiger. And Crawford is the Rocky that had to go to Russia. You remember that time when on the Rocky movie he had to go to Russia and had them big old tree stumps behind his head and all that? Yeah. So that eye like a bag of nickels, nasty nickels. Yeah, man. Hey, I want to find out. I need to go research that. If he broke that dude's orbital bone, man, and said he had an off night, hey, you gotta give him his credit. You gotta listen. I give him his credit because he said it was an off night anyway. He still did good, so I give that to him, bro. I give that to him. I give it to him because, like I said, not every fighter can be on. And I use Boots as a. Oh, he did. Oh, Adrian said he did. Adrian said he broke dude's orbital bone. Oh, okay. Y'all heard that? Adrian said it. So Frank Martin broke his orbital bone. So that lets you know right there. There you go. Hey, what did Britta want to say? Derek James is the eye snatcher teacher. Is exactly what he did, man. Yeah. Still, Spence works in that hot gym like that, bro. Because Spence them said once you train in a hot gym like that, once you get up under them lights, you get hot, you ain't gonna overheat. You used to the heat. You used to it. You know what I mean? It was so hot on one of those that Derek James like, man, come on, man, we go outside and do some of this. 8 Mile salute. The mistakes they're making is thinking that Earl is basic. His fundamentals are what's going to get him the victory. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Hey, everybody overlooks that, man. You see, they still got Spence as a 124, plus 124. They got him as the underdog. I'm like, what? Hey, but I'm going with it. Like I said, I might put $50 on her, $100 on her. I ain't going over that because I don't go that deep. But I might put something on there just because it's plus 24. Adrian said DJ is a beast. Yeah, DJ is a beast, bro. Yeah. So that's think about that. Think about that, man. Two of his fighters that's done took two orbital bones within a year. And Frank Martin said this. Hey, Adrian, Frank Martin said, because they said something to him about it. He said, hey, man, I think more of punch placement and we hit hard. We don't have to wind up on our punches. We hitting hard. Them dudes are hitting hard, man. He said if Crawford starts to feel Spence's pressure, it's going to be a dog fight. Hey, listen, Brown Lumber, you right. Crawford gets hit, he go get his lick back. Crawford is going to brawl. You know what I mean? It might start off as a chess match, But dude, this is gonna be a war, man. Crawford is gonna bring it. He gonna bring it. I told you. I knew it when I saw it at the end of the fight. The look of a fighter that has their order bone broken. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Man. Hey, y'all was right. Hey, you was right on it. Derrick James. I remember they were saying it, but I didn't 100% know it. But now we know. Adrian, let us know. So yeah. So it's a done deal. That let you know. So can you really say so? You got Keyshawn, you got Shakur making fun of it. This dude had an awkward night, and they told me it was a robbery. How's it gonna be a robbery? He broke the dude's orbital bone. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no robbery. That you know what? People are trying to put that narrative out there, man. He took a knee because his eye was hurt really bad. I knew it was broken just off that statement. Oh, he did that. Yeah, that Kell Brook thing. That Kell Brook thing. But man, some of these guys, boy, they just some of these guys are too strong for their own good, man. They too tough for their own good, man. Like Ugas could have done some serious permanent damage, man. 8 Mile said Crawford better start faster than he normally does. Hey, you know what Spence them said about that? They said that they figured that Crawford is gonna go in there and try to start faster too. They figured that. They putting that down. That's Crawford's mistake. He's going to get knocked out trying to prove he's a puppy. He didn't say a dog. He said to prove he's a puppy. Nah, but Crawford can fight, man. Crawford can fight, bro. I can't take that away from him. Listen, I'm picking Spence in this fight, but I still got it. I still got it for 51-49, bro. You know what I mean? I give Crawford his credit. Crawford is a bad boy, man. He a bad boy. Cause y'all gotta look at it, man. We watching number one, number two fight. They number one, number two, pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? And the winner of this is pound for pound and the baddest boxer out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, he said try to prove that. But yeah, man. But Frank, man, hey, I want to see Frank and George Kambosos. That's the fight that needs to be made next. Frank Martin, George Kambosos, or maybe the winner of Pitbull Cruz. The winner of that needs to fight Frank Martin. Because Frank Martin is number one in WBC now. So guess what? Pitbull Cruz or what's that? But Pitbull Cruz, hey, we rooting for Pitbull Cruz to lose this one. So he said Ugas is done. Anyone hits him in that eye will stop him. Problem would be that the same as Brook. Yeah. It could be Britta one. He could be done. That's why I want to see him fight next. But Keith Thurman trying to fight him. So we'll see how his eye does. But he's had what a year and he's had 14-month layoff. So that might work in his favor, though. You know what I'm saying? He might be good. You remember Pacquiao broke Marquez's eye, and Marquez stopped Pacquiao, stopped him after that. You know, stopped him on the next time they fought. What fight was that when Pacquiao broke his orbital wall? Crazy, man. Crazy, bruh. Man, double AR. I listen, man. They say that gym so dang on hot down there with Earl Spence. They say, man, it's so hot that man, it's like 100 something degrees now. They say 105, 110 in that gym sometimes. It was so hot the other day that Derrick James like, man, we go outside and do it. You go right outside in the back on a little patio out there doing your drills. Man, that stuff is hot, bruh. So yes, Crawford is a great little man, but I'm still not convinced that he steps up as a great big man in the division. Yeah. I'm not convinced that either. Will I be live for the fight? Hey, Adrian, I'm thinking about going live for the fight. Then again, I'm thinking about not going live for the fight. Only reason because I'm still haven't found out if they giving you a strike for having it playing in the background. Not the video, but the sound. And I gotta have the sound up on this fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have some people. We're gonna be over partying for this fight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be ready for this one. And I'm still trying to find that out. If I find out that you can do that, then I might go live. But if you really can't, I don't want to get a strike for it. You know what I mean? I'm listening to this one. I want to hear it all. I want to hear every punch that comes through. Yeah, what's crazy is three fighters got their eye broken at that venue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Canelo broke BJ Saunders, I believe, in that venue, didn't he? Didn't he break some? Didn't he break that? To break his eye in that venue? So Spence, him. Who else? I can't remember who else. Yeah, yeah. 8 Mile said Frank got a little bit of ABM. He's got to start swinging more. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, okay, appreciate it, Adrian. Yeah, yeah. I got to reach out. That's what I was gonna do. Be reaching out to people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely let me know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I got definitely. I want to find it out. I would like to go live, man. But if I can't hear the fight, if I got to keep it silent and have an earpiece in, I can't do that because I'm gonna have. We're gonna. I have some people over for that one. My son definitely gonna be here. He's gonna be getting ready to head back to college, so we definitely watching that fight. He'll be leaving out in a few weeks, so yeah, we definitely gonna watch that. Pac-Man Margarito, yeah, 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 yeah. That's who it was. Yeah, yeah, that's who it was. My bad. That's exactly who it was. I'm glad you said it. It's Margarito. Yep, because Margarito made fun of Freddie Roach, Freddie Roach's condition, and it pissed Pacquiao off. And I said Pacquiao is gonna destroy that dude, and Pacquiao went in there and yeah, Pacquiao beat him down. Yeah, I forgot. Y'all right about yeah, you right. That's exactly who it was. I'm thinking Marquez. Yeah, it was Margarito. That's exactly who it was. Margarito, the cheater. Yep. Pacquiao went there and tightened him up because of that stuff he was doing. Yeah, man. Y'all remember that? He's making fun of Freddie Roach. Yep, exactly what he did. And Pacquiao wasn't having it. Pacquiao went there and beat him down, man. ATL unanimous salute, salute, salute. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Pacquiao would have it. Y'all right. Yeah, it has been. And it was down there. Yeah, yeah. So it's three people got their orbital bone broke in that stadium, in that arena. Is it another one besides that? Yeah, yeah, right. That's three of them. Yeah. That's three of them right there. It could be another one. Yeah, he cheated against Cotto. Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had all that stuff in there, made his hands like cast. Yeah, he cheated on Cotto, man. Yeah, he cheated on him. Cheated. And then when they had that rematch, Cotto beat the brakes off of that dude, man. Yeah, man. And he made fun of Freddie Roach. And I knew once he made fun of Freddie Roach, I said, Pacquiao gonna bring it, bro. Pacquiao gonna bring it. He brought it. I mean, he beat the crap out of dude, man. Said Spence broke him, and then Cotto came back and broke his face again. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, I know what you meant. I accidentally read Spence, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, yeah, Pacquiao. Yeah, Pacquiao did it. Cotto did too. Yeah, Cotto beat him down in that rematch, man. But listen, man, that dude should have been banned for. Listen, man. Hey, man, people done got hurt. People done died in there. And when you take that kind of advantage, doing something in your gloves like that, bro, I just can't ever respect a fighter after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he got it. I wish he got both of his orbital bones broke. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he cheated with them plaster hand wraps. Yeah, man. Yeah, hit Cotto. Yeah, it was Cotto. And guess what? They didn't catch him cheating. They caught him in the ring. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They caught him in there. That's how they caught that dude, man. Dude cheating, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah, yeah, but Pacquiao broke his orbital bone. Dude, I was happy about. Listen, I love that fight. Pacquiao, dude, when Pacquiao hit that dude, Pacquiao was trying to hurt that dude, man, and got him. I said, man, and then all that, man, that dude just didn't have respect for nobody. Margarito didn't have respect for nobody. But he tried like he's changed now. He tried like he's changed now, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see that, bro. Adrian, salute, salute. Man, appreciate it, appreciate it, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Adrian, man. Salute, salute on the cash out, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you always supporting the channel, man. Yeah, and you're gonna see what the support this week, Adrian. Stay tuned in this week, and you'll see because I'll be probably going live this week with the camera on, and you'll see that I'm trying to do my last tweaking in it, and you'll see where all this stuff, the support has helped the channel grow. The channel has grown, so yeah, that's been going on. And like I said, I apologize everybody ain't been on because the acting job's been picking up pretty big, and now that the String Actors Guild they out here protesting, we ain't allowed to work. So some of my acting stuff I had to put back on the back burner. So now, and plus with the channel, just so much stuff been popping off pretty good. So don't want you think I've been forgetting about everybody. I haven't. Said Pac-Man hurt him to the body real bad in that. Yeah. That fight as well. Yeah, yeah. Pacquiao put on him. But peace, peace, Adrian. Yeah, yeah. Peace out. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks again for supporting the channel, man. Appreciate everybody in here that supports by showing up, and I appreciate Adrian. Appreciate you giving, and that's helping. He said all that Spence talk about why he spit out his mouthpiece. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the actors on, yeah, actors and writers and all that is on strike. Oh, okay. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Adrian. Have a good night, man. Yeah, man. Everybody's on strike, and if anybody gets caught working, they'll make sure that they blacklist you. You won't get another job. So if anybody's acting, anybody's trying to do something in there and trying to cross the line, they all gonna team up on you. So none of that can happen. Even if you're not in the Screen Actors Guild, if you ain't a SAG, they gonna get you. So we all so that's a done deal until all that stuff ends. But hey, I like you said, you saw the ones I just got through doing it was up. So the other stuff that I've been working on and all the stuff is on hold. So I don't know if it's gonna see light of day or not. But hey, we'll find out later. But yeah, that Spence stuff, yeah. My latest role in a movie was that I could talk about the ones that came out. I did some on TV One. I got three of them on TV One right now. One of them is Killer have to think of the name of it, but they're on here. Matter of fact, somebody's got them on YouTube. Somebody put the whole two TV shows on YouTube, and there's another one. I can't think of the name of it. Um, let's see. Uh, Love That Kills is one of them, or something. But anyway, what it is, they reenact. They like reenactments and stuff. So they're on TV One. So three of them on TV One. I had to find out the names of them. But they're Fatal Attraction. Fatal Attraction is the TV shows that I'm on. The last three that hit, and the one right before that, I was on one that's on Peacock. It's on a Peacock show, and it's the CEO of Sinaloa. It's about El Chapo, and I was in there. They had me in there as a as a one of the Sinaloa cartel, one of those guys. But in that one, I wasn't a speaker role, so I'm just in there toting a gun. I get killed in there and all kind of stuff. And then what's funny is they in there cooking up, and the hands you see in the blue gloves, they use me as that, and I'm in there with toting guns and coming out the warehouse with guns, and in there talking to El Chapo and them when he got started, and I'm the one laying on the ground getting shot. So yeah, that was one too. So those are about the last four that I've done. But anyway, back on box. I know the boxing crew don't really want to hear that. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, man, this man that to go back with that, yeah, his mouth guard wasn't fitted properly. You got to remember, after his accident, he got new teeth, so that's why his access. Yeah. But you see that now on All Access, they went in there, they had him in there, they got his mouth fitted. He said he wants one with shark teeth in it and one with a brown eye or something like that. He said he want on it. So the guy said that you're not even gonna be have to even take it out. You'll be able to breathe with this mouthpiece in. So hopefully, this is what I hope. I hope Spence puts that mouth guard in his while he's in there in his training camp, get used to it. So hopefully he don't get used to it in the fight. So hopefully he can see what it can do and use it, which I'm sure he will. He'll probably break it in and use it this week right before the fight. So while he in there shadow boxing, doing all that, he got his mouthpiece in. So hopefully he'll do all that. Oh, appreciate it, Britta One. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully Spence will go in there and do that, man. Hopefully he'll go and put that mouthpiece in and use that thing before and get it all together, man. But man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about this. Hey, it's coming up. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. Hey, before I get ready to roll off of here, how many people in here going for Crawford? If you're going for Crawford, put Crawford up. If you're going for Spence, put Spence up. I'm just trying to see what I'm trying to see is I'm just trying to see what people are leaning towards right now. I know people's minds and stuff are changing, but I like to see where everybody leaning towards. You know what I mean? Because what's crazy is you got Bernard Hopkins that was leaning one way, now he's leaning some other way. You got people that's kind of getting wishy-washy about both of them. You know what I mean? And y'all gotta know that sometime soon they're gonna start changing up this they're gonna start changing up this on who's the underdog and who's all that stuff gonna change up. So them betting odds are gonna change. Yeah, he definitely gotta adapt to that new mouthpiece. Yeah, guys got 3 straps, can't get a mouthpiece. Nah, man, his mouthpiece. Yeah, you're right. But he said he kept using it, and he thought his teeth got knocked out. He said, I hope Spence eye holds out. Oh man, Will, you think it's what do you think wrong with Spence's eye? You talking about that? Now his surgery went well. Are you saying Spence or you saying Crawford's eye? He said, I hope Spence eye holds out. Marquis said Spence. 8 Mile said 50-50. Changing for me. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Will said, I'm for Spence. Forget the 7-Eleven worker slash boxer. Oh, okay, cool. His eye be fine. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. He said crawfish ain't got no history of doing damage to anybody's eye. Yeah, you're right, Britta One. Yeah, he don't. But Spence, that torn retina, uh, it should it's all right. It's all right. Plus, he had a whole lot of time off too. He had a whole lot of time off to let that thing heal, and then he fought that Ugas fight, and it's done healed even more. So it's good. And training camp has been going pretty good from what we hear of him. He's already in Vegas, so he said he's gonna stay in Vegas. He's not gonna go home. He's gonna stay there for the next 2 weeks. And this week right here be the last of the training camp, really. So he ain't gonna be sparring. So I think sparring and all that stuff is over with right now. He said mouthpiece he got now is a good one. I had that kind when I played college football. Oh, okay. Okay. What type of mouthpiece is that? Because I just saw the guy making that mouthpiece and doing it and fitting it to his new teeth. He said Spencer's the eye snatcher. Oh, okay. So you saying Crawford. You hope Crawford eye holds up. Oh, okay. That's what he meant, Bridget One. He just accidentally typoed Spence. He said he's gonna close Crawford eye shut. Yeah, yeah. Man, I guess everybody excited about that, bro. Everybody excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Yeah, I want to check everybody out because I know everybody I've been talking to here lately, man. A lot of people on the fence about this fight, man. This fight right here is going both ways. And Bud looks good in training camp, man. Y'all got to see the pictures of Bud. That how Bud looked, man. Bud looked good. Got a lot of muscle on him. All that. Yeah, he said right, and it didn't play a factor in Ugas fight, and Ugas was touching Spence, so he's straight. Yeah, yeah, Spence should be good. Spence should be good. Yeah, 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 yeah. That should be good. That surgery went good and all that, so he should be good, man. Should be. Said Crawford eye won't hold up. Yeah, I just had to know, man. It seemed like everybody I talked to, everybody on the fence, man. And I'm glad. I'm glad everybody on the fence because whoever wins this fight is gonna get all the credit they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Crawford ain't got to worry about getting his credit because Spence can't cry about the wreck and can't cry about none of that other stuff. And Spence will get his because the thing that I don't like that I hear a lot of people are saying is saying that Crawford is real small. Spence is too big. Spence is a little bit bigger than Crawford, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Spence win that fight, it ain't because Spence was a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, that's all for me tonight, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. If you guys would hit the like, thumbs up button on your way out, man. Appreciate everybody, man. So we say what we say, we stand on it. That's straight up, no chaser. So, man, see how that glass shit holds up? Yeah, man. So anyway, guys, y'all have a good night, man. I'll catch with you guys tomorrow, man. So I'm out. Fight fam. Y'all have a good one, man. Catch you with y'all later.